The Kurdish president, Masoud Barzani, is now in the United States asking President Obama for more weapons and for help in order to continue this fight. And I asked him whether he thinks he'll get it when he joined me after his meetings in Washington. President Barzani, welcome back to the program.
Thank you.
You have been meeting with President Obama, with the Vice President, with lots of officials in Washington. What are you asking them for? What do you want?
I thank them for the support that they are supporting the Kurdish people that we are against ISIS, and I asked for support, and I asked them to understand the pain of our nation, and they had a very good understanding, and they promised us to support us more.
Well, that's precisely the question I wanted to ask. Have they promised to send you more and better weapons and directly to you? Because, yes, the Peshmerga are on the front line against ISIS with quite old military stock.
Mr. Obama, he had a great knowledge about the Peshmerga, and he praised the role of Peshmerga, and they promised that they will do everything they can to get more weapon into the Peshmerga's hands.
But as you know, and as we all know, that is going through Baghdad now. Any changes? Will it come straight to you?
We would like to get the weapon direct to us, but the important thing that the Peshmerga can receive the weapons.
So tell me about the strategy to defeat ISIS. Are you on the way to defeating ISIS?
It's a war in many fronts. It's not the Kurdish fight, but it's a great honor that we are in the front line, and it's a military war now, and we have defeated ISIS in many fronts in Kurdistan, but the threat is still there, and the strategy is that military, intellectually, and economically, we have to fight ISIS, and we have to widen the front line against ISIS.
Well, do you think that there will soon be a fight against ISIS to retake Mosul?
To liberate Mosul, it's very important, and it's a strategic victory that we have to have. As long as Daesh or ISIS is in Kurdistan, it's a constant threat to Kurdistan. So there's a very deep study to set a plan how to liberate Mosul. And this is the duty of the Iraqi military forces and the people of Mosul, and the Peshmerga will support them.
And when do you think that plan might be implemented? When will the time be ready?
It will be better if you excuse me not to answer this question, but we hope that we do that sooner than later, but it will be in the next few months.
Tell me how expensive it is for you with the plunge in the price of oil, with the number of refugees that you have accepted in Kurdistan. Can you cope with this fight? Can you still afford this fight?
Indeed, it's a very difficult situation. We have 1.5 million displaced people. They live in Kurdistan, and they had to leave their places because of ISIS. And this is a very heavy burden on us, and it's our duty. It's a humanitarian and patriotic duty. There are some support, but it's not in that level to have an outcome or to solve the situation.
Can I just ask you in general, when you look at the whole battlefield, do you believe that your forces and the US and the Iraqi forces are winning the battle against Daesh, against ISIS?
I can tell you now that we are victorious in this battle, in this war, and it's a very huge challenge. It's 20,000 square kilometers that we liberated from the ISIS. I would not say that Daesh has been finished, but we managed to defeat Daesh or ISIS in many places.
You just mentioned the amount of square kilometers that you have won back. And it's true that the Kurds have won something like 40% more territory in this fight against ISIS. What about your dreams for independence? Is that something that's going to happen this year, next year?
I can only say that this is a process that we have started, and we will continue doing so. And this is a natural right of the Kurdish people. But if it's this year or next year, I cannot say. It will be difficult to estimate the time, and I hope that it will be sooner than later.
And finally, what is your relationship with the Baghdad government? Is it better now?
It's much better now. There are some disputes and there are difficulties, but we are insisting on solving the difficulties, the problems.
And the relationship between you and Prime Minister Abadi is better than under Prime Minister Maliki?
Indeed, it's much better.
All right, President Barzani, we wish you luck.
It's not on personal level. It's on the professional level. Yes, it is. It is much better.
Yes, of course. And on that note, President Barzani, thank you so much for joining me again.
Thank you very much.